Capricorn, how you doing? So I do apologise that I am late. So also, if you hear someone blowing their nose, it's my girlfriend that has got, well, what have you got?
Steve disorder.
Steve disorder. She's got Steve disorder. Okay, so a lot of things are going to change with Patron members while I've got you here, Capricorn, next month. Okay, I'm going to reduce the price and everything will go down, hopefully, to $5. Literally $5. You'll be able to see all of your readings. All tiers will all be merged into one. There will also be at some point better meditation music that you can download the MP3 version, and then you can put it onto iPads, iPod, or whatever you have. You'll be able to download the music and listen to it in your car or stuff like that as well. Okay, so that will also be there at some point. But I will make changes to the channel, so please make sure that you hit the bell button to be notified when I make a video to inform YouTube of the changes that are going to also happen, because so many different things are changing, Capricorn, that I can't keep up with the timelines. And I think that hopefully it should work out. If I reduce the prices, hopefully they'll have more Patreon members and they'll have access also to be able to watch everything, and that will give everybody a chance to be able to watch their extended readings. So at the moment, and I've also cut my finger and I've got a hangnail, so I do apologise for the band-aid. I know it does look a little bit ghastly, but it really did hurt. Oh. Okay, Capricorn, so at the moment we're going to look into the moment before, just to get used to these cards as we've been doing for the weeklies, and then we'll look into the moment after for a 2-week period from the 6th until the 20th, that would be, right? So let's see, the moment before for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus showed me the moment before of what happened with Capricorn. Okay, so you've definitely got Scorpio. So the Four of Wands, so something happened at home that was financially benefits, some benefactor, or some fact or fiction is what they're saying. Fact, matter of fact, that the twin flame saga or the soulmate turned back into your life. There was a turn up for the books. If you were selling something, I'm also hearing financial books, the financial bookings. Someone booked quite a few things. There was a lot of things booked. Okay, you might be thinking about writing a book, or was, and got some money for it. But this was a sale of a property that you may have done, that you wanted to sell this property, and that there was a good chance that that could have happened. There would have been more money that came into a family home, because I keep thinking the family home had this Ace of Pentacles, and it was like, I'm going to grab this home or this property with both hands. If you did move, or you was thinking of moving, okay, you grabbed it with both hands. But this was also a wedding invitation, or someone asked someone to get married, okay, and it's like, well, I'm going to take you with both hands, because I feel like I'm going to take you in my arms, But then it seems that there was something that's not blocking you anymore, because the Hierophant is no longer here, so there's nothing blocking anybody. So it feels like that you may have released your karma somehow, and released something, well, definitely karmically released something, healed this twin flame soulmate kind of thing, okay, but healed something, because you got the go-ahead, meaning the Hierophant was here, but you could have had a really big job offer, okay, as well, and there might have been a financial move that might have been asking you to, like, move location. So you could have moved location for a lot of you for this job, or you literally just moved location, and now you're free. There was some sort of freedom as well for a sentence that was there, because this would definitely relate to a prison sentence that someone got freed. But it feels like a death sentence, so I don't know why, but death card is there, and a death sentence, sentences. Looking at someone's speech of how they're saying something to do with sentence. Okay, there you go. So the 10. So it feels like the twin flame soulmate, whatever you're on, came back into your life, but then it seemed to have ended very quick. Like, there was this opportunity to be with them, but it feels like this opportunity now was past. Like, they're back into my life, but I've passed. Someone is saying that they passed on as well, that someone in the family here left an inheritance to someone that could have been a property, but because they passed and that they are now deceased, Okay, please keep an open mind with these Capricorn, because these can be personal readings. They can get personal. Okay, but it feels like someone, like, that there was not news to celebrate, but this would have been like news that something was yours, okay, which would have been a property now, and the property value has gone up and it's now yours. So now some of them are saying that your property value went up, okay, and that you realise that because this is like paying off a mortgage and keeping that going, but then it feels like that the mortgage went up, the broker went up, some kind of broker or stock broking or stock market. The stock market, now they're saying the stock market went up and that it crashed. Because this, oh God, sorry. I'm sorry, Capricorn, I'm hearing some strange things for people that may have deceased, okay? But I'm going to stick with the stock market one, that some people work for like a stockbroker or something, and the stock market crashed, okay? And that this opportunity that was here to do with this home seems to be no more. That's for the people that were investing into this home, and some kind of stock market crashed or something, okay? But it feels like someone also bought a home, or they were paying it off, and they suddenly lost their job, and they realised now that I've just got this new home or this person, and that now I've lost my job, or that you're now like walked away from it. If this is the soulmate and it's just coming through as the soulmate situation, and you're not selling a home, or it's not the stock market, it feels like this person, the marriage certificate and stuff like that were there, but then it feels like some of you got divorced where you were married to a person. I mean, you might well be happy with this, Capricorn, that you were married to someone, okay, and this contract that was keeping you legally bound to this Four of Wands is now where there was a settlement that could have gone to court, that there was a settlement, and that you realise now that you are now free, that you are now free from this old marriage. If you were, that would still come across with this house, that if that was tying you down, and the mortgage and everything was tying you down, for some of you there's now a release. But well, they're saying a few things, because they're saying for some of these that this was someone that's in prison, that was in prison, and now some of them got released from prison, and that they're having to now have a complete clean slate and fresh start. That can be coming across as your love life. If you're still with the person, they came back into your life, and that there's now a complete change. There's a complete dynamic change. Some of you, this is now going in reverse, where some of you are now running that did want the twin flame relationship, that the twin flame came back, or soulmate or person came back, and that you realised that your energy had shifted, and the chaser became the runner, and the runner became the chaser. There's a scenario to be in, right, Capricorn? That's for some of you, that the person that was is no more. The person that was is no more, and it's now roles reversed, where it's gone the other way around. It feels like this Scorpio energy is escaping, like escaping a sentence, escaping a prison sentence, or trying to escape something, trying to avoid something, they're saying. So a cross-watcher of Scorpio could be watching and saying, yeah, I had a lucky escape from someone. Okay, that can be coming across as this Scorpio energy, that I had a lucky escape. This is still coming through for some of you, that it was a prison sentence that was, it could have been like a court situation to do with an ex-marriage or something, for some of you. Because I keep picking up that this is like a missed opportunity for some, where some people did come back into some, like, your life, and they were like, it's now, roles are now like the role. I keep picking up like a role, but because I like rollers, like what do you call it when the newspaper goes into a roller and it feeds through and then it publishes itself? Something to do with a publisher, like a book publishing, or a publisher. Yeah, I'm going cold. So like a publishing because I'm seeing these rollers where it's kind of like, listen, we need this deadline. Yeah, thank you, deadline. Okay, they're also saying deadline and flatline. Sorry for those ones. But this deadline is in, and the deadline's got to be in. And I can see this paper going through these rollers, and it's printing. Something's printing. Some of you are like, work for a printing company, okay? But something's printing, or but I did hear this, so I will flicker back onto this. Picking up a TV flickering as well. I don't know why. A flickering of a TV keeps flicking. So welcome to retrograde that's coming up. But flicking, something keeps flicking, or ticking, like a habit that someone has. But also, like, it's saying that this that there was a will or something, and that they left you, what they left you was a property value, and they left you this in their will. Okay, because I heard flat line. Okay, because this is like a flat line. But you might, for some of you, you're saying, yeah, it was a flat out lie. Okay, and it can come across as that something was a flat out lie. Because this would be a court case that was here, that was looming over someone to do with a sentence of having to spend a little bit of time in prison or in a penitentiary or whatever people call it. But I was going to have to spend some time here. But I seem to have lost my job through this. I seem to have lost my marriage through this. This is this energy saying this. That I seem to have lost my job. I seem to have lost my way forward. I seem to have lost my marriage. And I've lost everything. I've physically lost everything. This is coming from a cross-watcher that's not to do with someone that is deceased. This is coming through as a cross-watcher that is saying, on the other hand of the spectrum, that I've physically lost everything now. I've lost this home. I've lost this opportunity of this job. I've lost the marriage. And I'm physically going to have to now have a complete clean slate. And I'm going to have to walk away from this. Okay, it's coming from Scorpio energy. So don't forget that this is the moment before. Okay, Capricorn. Show me Capricorn the moment before. Show me Capricorn the moment before. Hangman, Pisces. So this Scorpio, and this is a Pisces sun with Scorpio descending, could have an air sign in their chart, moon or rising, but it could be a Pisces like rising, something like that. Pisces and Scorpio. This Pisces and Scorpio could have both of these in their chart. Okay. Now, some of you that do have these in your chart, or whichever way around you want to look at it, but this Scorpio is definitely decided that they've lost everything, and this is like a sentence of feeling like I've been a traitor. Someone feels like someone was a traitor, and this also feels like someone's being hanged. I'm sorry, but this is the hangman, and this is some kind of sentence that's like looming over someone to be. This is coming through as a past life Victorian type sort of hanging. Like, I don't know why they're saying that one. There's some strange visions to come through these cards. But it feels like this is to do with like a sentence of like being hanged. But people don't get hanged anymore, so I've got no idea why that one's coming up. So it feels like, okay, so I'm just hanging around. Because this 10 is just I'm just hanging around waiting. But someone feels like that they're being victimized for something. Victimization. Show me the moment before Capricorn. Okay, so you've got the Queen of Wands. So Pisces and Sagittarius, to me, generally, is the Queen of Wands, but it can be Aries or Leo. But there are people that are seeking seclusion and guidance from their parents as well, like spiritual counsel or counselling. like marriage counselling or relationship counselling. These would be for people that are physically married. Okay, now if you're married and that there is no separation, it just feels like that the energy is just very close at the moment. Okay, very close. Because it feels like that there is stuff was going on at work for you, and that you probably wanted to take the same direction but realised that things needed to also take a new direction as well. Okay, a new direction. And that what this Scorpio energy is definitely heading towards is a Pisces Queen of Wands, of something that's more optimistic for somebody, because the Queen obviously means optimism. Okay, and to find my way out first, I need to go through this Hangman. I've got to go through this first. I've got to go through a lot of pain. It feels like this Pisces here also has back pain, because I'm just looking at how this card is stretched right out, and it feels like someone's on one of those machines that this is like I'm picking up like a disability allowance, seeking disability allowance, but I think you only get that in the UK, right? So that would be insurance for people that live in America and places, right? Don't you have insurance? In the UK, we have allowances for, well, that's the economy. But yeah. Let's just have a quick look, because you've got some major arcanas. What's the death card? What is the death card about? Show me the death card. I'm just having a little bit of trying to get used to these cards so I can use them properly, Capricorn. Show me the death card. Yeah, Taurus. See? Scorpio rising, Taurus descending. Taurus descending. Okay, so you're 4 and 4. So someone could also have double Scorpio, double lots of Scorpio, which would mean that they've got a lot of Taurus descending and Taurus that mirrors 1111. 1111 on the clock. They have a lot of mirroring within their own chart, meaning that they've got a lot of Taurus, a lot of Scorpio, a lot of Taurus, a lot of Scorpio. There was a lot of money. There was a lot of someone was emotionally cut off. I mean, this is like, I've had enough. But this could be coming across as the other person of a family member for some of you. That I've physically just had enough. That I'm going to... This is protection. Protection. The protection services or protecting themselves from somebody. Because their focus, and the other deck, and this deck, is that I've got 3 children. Or I've got 3 people that take more of my time. Things have took more time than someone cares to imagine. But the 4 of Pentacles is that I've got other things that I'm focused on, the 4, okay? That some of those are children, or some of those are just I've got way too much jobs, way too much things on, and I'm just now having to protect myself away from somebody. Okay, so yeah, you see, you face judgment, you come up against the judgment. Judgment is always a call to pass, okay? It's just an attachment that people realise that it's you that's attached to someone. A lot of people always see it, yeah, I've got a karmic and they're attached to me. But they're attached to you. You're attached to them, okay? That doesn't break until you decide that you want to break it. And but you don't know. But this is, sorry, I'm blurting on. But this is that you lost someone. This was a physical passing of someone that I was picking up, channeling. Okay, this is someone that literally passed on, and that what they left you was an inheritance. They left you an inheritance of a probably big sum of money that you are now saving. Okay, because this is someone that gave you their savings account. This is an accountant and also an account. Okay, being accountable for a lot of you. But this is a definite person that passed, and that what they left you was their bank account. Okay, that's for the people that physically lost somebody. Okay, but it definitely feels like that someone just constantly bumps into bumps into people all the time and that the same thing happens. Well, it does. That's the snowflake condition. That's also judgment. What happened before will also happen again. What went around comes around. It always comes back around to yourself. That's what I'm saying. You have a karmic attachment. You're attached to someone. It comes around to you. Your karma and dharma all come back to you. Okay? So you attach yourselves onto new energies, okay, brighter energies, and then you all separate and you all go your certain ways when certain things of lessons are naturally learnt within oneself. But I don't want to go too much into that because I do have a deeper segment that I really want to look into. Okay, but Libra would more than likely involve as well, maybe. Okay, but this is just waiting. There seems to have been like a lot of waiting for this stuff to happen. But I don't want to give, because that's obviously your past reading, so we're going to leave it at that, okay? So now we're going to go into Capricorn, your 6th until the 20th. Show me Capricorn from the 6th until the 20th of February. 6th until... Okay, so moving on now, being able to move on, okay, with your family and stuff like that, finding common ground within a relationship, or realising that stuff now just has to be left behind. Some of you, this is to do with, they're saying that there was like a, I don't know, was there a tornado alert or something in someplace? I mean, we are very fortunate in the UK that we don't get those kind of things, but I can really imagine what else scary that can be. But they are saying that there was some kind of like something to do with that someone was lost in some kind of accident, and it was to do with the weather, right? I don't know why they're saying, because it's like a weather report. Like being able to, because I keep hearing like news, like something on the news or something was said on the news or something. But this is like families that had to physically start again, like complete fresh, and that we're just going to have to start again. But they are saying about like a tornado, something where there's a lot of water. There was a lot of water. I don't normally pick these up through this reading, but readings. Let's see. So now, so you're heading now towards success, the King of Pentacles. Okay, heading towards success, heading towards more financial freedom. So this is definitely coming across that the people that physically lost out, okay, that now you, if this was someone that passed on you some money or a place, a home, this is you now leaving that place, and that you can now move, and that's more likely, obviously, that you know that you're doing that. Okay, and what you're heading for now is a fresh new beginning and someone that you can well meet. You can still have, I mean, this is obviously Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, okay, but you are now going to be able to financially afford everything that you want, more than likely. Okay, Capricorn. For some reason, for a lot of you, I can't sense your love life. I just sense, for some of you, I keep saying a sentence, something to do with a sentence, okay, but I keep sensing that a lot of this is that a relationship, marriage, that you're physically in, Four of Wands, that you're in that, okay, but this could be coming across as something that happened in the family with you and your partner. You experienced this with a family member, and that they've left some kind of inheritance towards you as well, okay. But for some of you, you could be going through separation with someone. That could be a financial settlement of a divorce that you could well have gone through, and that you realise now that there's going to be a settlement. I keep saying something to do with a settlement at court, or being able to settle down. Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn. From the 6th. So you've got Leo, well, you've got the Fool, and you've got the Eight of Swords. This is Leo with air in their chart, more likely Aquarian maybe. Okay, but Aquarius, air sign, Leo. But you get a brand new start, and you physically realise that wherever you're going to move in with someone. This is going to be someone that you're stuck with here as well. Okay, but this is someone that's breathing down your neck as well. This is mean that it's enclosed. Okay, so you're going to be living together. It feels like someone needs some space, but you're not given space. Okay, because this is two people that are going to be like living together now. There's going to be families that are all going to be brought together and living on top of one another. Okay, because it feels like that you're going to take all your family, everything with you. Okay, for this brand new start, this brand new job, but you're going to have to get used to where it is that you're living, meaning that there probably won't be a lot of space. There could be, but you could well be on top of one another. Okay, but you will get a fresh start and a fresh new beginning. But it feels like some of your family members might be breathing down your neck for some kind of answer to do with this new beginning, or they could be you, meaning, are you going to move, you know, or you have just landed. But you see, people will always say the Eight of Swords is a situation that you feel that you're in that you just can't get out of. Okay, you can always get out of it, but generally, that's what I'm saying, these are the people that you're going to also be living with. Okay, it's also a very spiritual card, 8, because it's downloads of information that's all into the subconscious, but it feels like someone's just can't see their way out of something at the moment. So I don't know where that energy's coming from. But you've got 8 and 1 and 9, so it's requiring a lot of your immediate attention. Media, they keep saying something to do with media as well. Media or mediocre. Oh, okay. So now you start to fight. You see, 5. You start to fight with the person that you're living with. You won't fight your own mind. Some people are battling their own ego. Some people are just literally fighting their own ego. But generally not. This is going to be the people that are on top of you, the people that are breathing down your neck for answers, the people that you're living with, all that kind of stuff, breathing space. It just feels like that there's going to be people that are just going to start for some reason. Okay, that if you decide that you want to move away, that when you decide that you want to draw your focus onto your family and that you physically moving, that these are energies that you've got to go through still here to get to this fall. That is kind of like this side of it. Okay, it feels like to the other side of the world or to the other side of the ocean, I've first got to tackle this conflict, and I've first got to tackle this person for this new start. That can be these energies here, which is the Hangman and the Queen of Wands. But you've got Aquarius, you see, that's what I said. Scorpio, the Pisces can have an Aquarius, also Aquarian moon, or Aquarius. Okay, Leo, Aquarius as well. But generally, for a whole fresh new start, and for us to tell the family that we're moving, or to tell these people that we're moving, we're going to have to sort out the family first. That you could have people around you that you know that they're going to have to come with you, but it feels like some people are not going to like the fact that they've got to come with you, or you might not like the fact that someone's got to come with you. Okay, but someone's going to have to tell someone about this 5, which is that they need some space. They need some space. Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn. Sun rising of Venus. Okay, there you go. You see, Libra. This is the Justice Department as well. The High Priestess is people that don't want to talk. This is like don't speak, won't speak. But it feels like someone's gone through this custody role. Custody role. They're saying custody role. Custody, seeking custody for their children and their family rights and seeking custody. And that you'd have to go to the High Priestess to see that, which is the court system, which is the judgment, which is Libra. Still. But it feels like, because they keep saying custody sentence as well, this 4 of Wands to do with this, some of it is that there would be some people that are watching and it's to do with this custody battle or it is to do with this prison sentence, that someone has to keep going back to court, or it might not be a prison sentence, but they just have to keep going back to court all the time. Or it feels like someone's being caught all of the time. I just heard hand in their till. Hand in the till? You're always being caught with your hand in in the till. It's none of my business. I'm just reading cards. But you're always caught with your... I just heard also with your pants down. Sorry, but I just caught you like red-handed, meaning that in Britain. But I just caught you red-handed. This is being caught red-handed. Being caught red-handed. Sorry, Capricorn. But I just caught you red-handed. So you got this coming up. Oh, I see. There is now the Emperor. Now the Emperor is definitely going to take charge. The Emperor is going to take charge of the situation, because the Emperor is going to have responsibilities on his back more than any card. But it feels like that there are people that want to talk to people that don't want to talk, meaning that because these could be mind games that people are playing, okay? Doesn't have to come from a star sign like Aquarius. People say that it would be an Aquarian. It could be happening to an Aquarian. But either way, no one ever wins. But it's like, who dares, who wins? It's like, well, it feels like a bit of a daring game. Kind of like, well, I realise that I have to say some things, but it's winding someone up that much that they're not giving them all this information, which can be mind games and control. That's what a narcissist will feed from, is the amount of information that they can get from you, and then they can start to use all that stuff that you've told them against you later. Or they can spread gossip, spread the news. You see, that's the start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Something to do with New York, and I want to be a part of it. But I don't want no part of it. It's like I don't want no part of it. But, see, news that people can gather on you and other people, they can do all that to use it against you. That's the secondary emotion. The secondary emotion, if you don't speak to somebody, okay, that's when someone starts to find out information about you by third-hand information, okay, which is a second-hand emotion. So, meaning that they can use someone else's emotions against you, because they will talk to that person. They realise that that person will come back and speak to this person here that can wind them up, that will get them to engage with that person, probably say, listen, just stay out of it. Don't say blah, 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 blah. They, see, the controlling person, if you are suffering with narcissism, will have you in a bind, because it's about your response. If they can't get to you, they go through someone else. They'll wind this person up. This person will tell you about the confusion that they're both in and that you're both in together. That's what starts off a triangle of drama of three. Okay, that's how you get caught in it, the game. You don't play the game, you just limit yourself by not paying any attention to people that play mind games and control. Okay, but if you can't, it's just because you have to get to that physical point at the end. But do you see what I'm saying? What goes around comes back around to you. So if it can't come directly to you, they go through a third source, a third party. That's why people say, you're in a third party. You're in a drama triangle if you're in one, which everybody's always in. Right? So it goes to another person that comes back to you, to me, to you, to me, to you, and we've turned into, what were they called? The Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. No one ever wins, okay? But it's like, who dares wins of... your karma that you have to go through, that you regardless, you will always go through it. You will never have a choice about not being the person that you are. I believe now that everybody has an amount of money that they're supposed to have. You will get answers to how to get more that will still be your calling of, when you're supposed to get it, you're supposed to get it. When you're not supposed to have it and you fight that much to get money or control, you're basically chasing stuff off, because you're pushing it off. You know, what happens when you chase money? It runs, right? It runs right out of your hand and you realise, why can't I get it? It's the same kind of process. But, because you have to let things, law of attraction and all this stuff. But things come to you naturally, which is generally the information of how to get it yourself. That's law of attraction. Your mind is what will tell you how to earn money and how to get things, not how to get back at people. So if there's someone trying to get back at you all the time, then you can tell where the energy's coming from. Okay. I'll stop kind of like babbling on with those ones, Capricorn. I'm sure people do get fed up sometimes when we keep talking. But the Emperor is going to stand up and say something. You see, it can be coming from as company businesses and taking charge of something, but it's definitely winding someone up that will not change. It doesn't have to be coming from a Libra, but it just means that I want to talk. I want to talk. I haven't got time to talk. I don't want to give you all of this information because I know that you've used it against me in the past and I've learned so much. But this person feels like that they're relentless to keep doing it, like to keep being the same way and relentless to keep that going. Okay? So that's, I mean, generally, if that's family karma, that's family karma. That, in my eyes, is completely different. If that's a person that doesn't have to be in your life, walk off. You know, be the bigger person from the 5. Walk off from it. But for a lot of you, you can't because you're under. I don't know why people keep saying it. Like, I keep hearing that you're under arrest because you're under something. It feels like I'm onto something. Like I get this feeling of like I'm onto something. I'm onto something. I'm onto something, and then when you're onto it, someone's like trying to butt in to like do it against you by playing a game of not saying that they're doing it, because it feels like that this energy is doing it, but it wouldn't from the other person. But it might be from you that they're doing it on purpose. Because these are people that are definitely not wanting to speak, and these are people that realise that speaking to this person doesn't ever really get me anywhere. That when I do speak to them, the same thing happens yet again. We end up fighting within seconds. We just go at it. We just fight. So we need to clarify, well, continue on, but we need to clarify also what these major arcanas are, okay? Because they're major happenings that you're not really going to... It's just a continuation of stuff that you think, yeah, that's definitely happening now, but it's obviously a continuation of the same stuff that's going to happen, okay? But we'll continue on with the rest of your reading right up until the 20th, okay, and then clarify the cards. But you can find it in the Show More section under Patron, but that will also change when I can change it. Okay, I'm hoping to, so people obviously not going to want to join, but I am not sure if I can do it or how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to put everything down to $5. So you can join and watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, all that, and you can also have access to the music that I'm going to put over meditation for MP3, and there are also other benefits. All the stuff, the teaching stuff that I've done, hopefully is all going to go to tier 1 as well, and just do it all from tier 1 and then lower the price, so hopefully more people can get access to it to see the personal readings, to see their readings. Okay, but I'm hoping to do that, but that will not be hopefully probably till the end of the month. Okay, but I really can't say 100% how I'm going to do that. But if you want to watch this reading and you also want to support me, please join us over on Patreon, because that does help me continue on with these readings. And then you can also find all the others over there. And it's in the Show More section, in the link below for Patreon. And you can also reach out for a personal reading if you would like one, where I can focus on your specific story. Okay, all right, Capricorn, thanks very much. All of the links to everything is below. Catch you later.